We're at 7328 Ticonderoga Court doing a sanitary lateral inspection. The line's been repaired a couple times and was told that there was some damage out on public property, or MSD, the sewer district's property. The first repair was done up by the house, and that was done by Roto-Rooter, and there's a clean out here. Then there was a second repair made, I guess, from that clean out down to about the sidewalk. The house is on the corner, so the clean out I'm going through is the first one closer to the house, on the left side of the house, as it is facing Ticonderoga, but the left side of the house is actually facing Coral C, which is the street on the side. So I'm going from there. I'm going to be working my way. I'm going to try to go back towards the house first. And as you can see, there's the clean out. It's going to be going back towards the house first, just to get a little bit of a look. I've already tried once. Had to put a skid on the top of this because it seemed like there was a belly on part of the new work here. So first we're going to go back towards the house, and immediately switches over to clay, which would have been the old pipe. And all this looks like it's in good shape. There's a little bit of water there, nothing of concern. No big chunks of solid, that's just build up. Probably toilet paper and from when my camera was back in there. And this standoff might be able to, actually does get me back into the house now. We're in PVC. I'm going to see how far I can get with the PVC here. And that looks like that's it. Looks like I'm either going up in a stack or up in a toilet, whichever it may be. I think the stack is here, and I think there's two bathrooms on top of each other right in that spot. So this stuff inside the house looks like it's in good shape. Again, looks all basically like it's all brand new, all PVC. And then this is where we exit the house into the clay. Oh, this looks like it's in good shape so far too. We should be coming back to the clean out here. Here we are. Now I'm dangling vertically in the clean out, and I'm turning the camera to go the opposite direction towards the street, which would be downstream. So this is all new pipe here, but it seems I actually have a standoff on the front of this camera, and I am still underwater, which is a little concerning for me, being that this line has already been repaired. I mean, it could be flowing fine. A lot of times if there is a belly, it just needs to overtake that belly and make its way on down the line. And for the most part, as long as you only use toilet paper and natural materials, it should not cause an issue. No wet wipes, paper towels, anything of that nature, they don't break down, especially the wet wipes. They do not break down the way that they claim, and they will get stuck and cause a backup here. So the footage counter looks like it was not zeroed out, so we're going to have to ignore that footage counter there. I was already out in this area and had already inspected all the way to the main, and had to reset the camera and put this standoff on it, and hoping I could see with that belly. This was something I wanted to locate here. It looks like a small repair, and I am going to locate that to find out where that repair is, because that was probably done by the sewer district. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we're going to find that out. All the old pipe seems to look like it's in pretty good shape. This looks like concrete now, so we probably are on public property. We should be coming up to the main here in a second, and there we are. So we have made it all the way to the main. Everything looks pretty good. As far as the old pipe, but as we get back up, I am still concerned about that belly of that pipe that's already been repaired. I don't see how, unless it was not bedded correctly and that pipe sunk. So I'm going to locate this spot right here right now so that we can tell if this repair was done by the sewer district at some point. So I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so this is marked right at the curb, so it looks like this repair, I am at the end of that repair, that plastic pipe that I was talking about. It looked like it was made by the sewer department. So I'm at the end of that, as you can see, and then I'm going to stop and mark it again at the end of the repair, which I really don't need to. That's about the sidewalk. So this was done by MSD. They repaired a section of concrete and replaced it with PVC. But that repair was done very well, as it should be. And so now I'm pulling back to the part where it actually drops in to, here we go. So right here, I'm going to get a locate because I think this is where the end of the repair is that was done by Help, I think. Not 100% sure. It was either Help or Roto-Rooter, like I said. It said there was one repair each done. So I am going to locate this spot. I'm going to pause here, turn the transmitter on and pause, and then I'm going to go locate this spot, and this is where the belly ends, and then I'm going to repair, and I'm going to locate where this belly starts, because I already have a standoff on the camera, which means this is probably at least a 2-inch belly. It means the pipe has dropped about 2 inches. It's pretty disappointing for a new repair. So I'm going to pause here and then locate this spot and come back. Okay, so that is just past the clean out. So this is where their repair ends. At least it's the downstream part, of their repair. And so I'm going to pull back and turn the transmitter off. I'm going to pull back and through this water and see if I can see anything on the pullback. No water is running in the house right now, so that is not the reason for this. But I'm going to pull back until I am out of that belly. I'm going to also mark that. Again, I think what I'm going to do here is I'll zero out the counter so you can see how many feet of pipe this is, so we know. So I'm out of it there, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to zero out the counter for the footage. Like I said before, I had already inspected some of this and realized I saw this belly, so I put a standoff on it, and this is the second attempt with the standoff on the pipe. So right now it'll be zero, but then whatever that negative number of footage is how long we are in this belly. and then I will also locate this spot so that we know where the end of this, or where the belly begins, the upstream side of it. Which, if I had to guess, would be the beginning of the repair. And it was probably when it was put in, it was may not have been bedded correctly and allowed the whole line to sink. So here we are, we have flashes here of coming out of it. So this is about the end of it there. That's still half a camera, so that's still an inch, at least an inch of water. Like I said, it may not be causing a problem as far as everyday use, as long as there's only toilet paper being used, because that should be able, if there's enough water there, the water should be able to carry it down with solids. But you know, it seems like an awful large belly for a new repair. So again, I'm gonna stop and locate this side. I'm not even gonna pause the video here because I should be really close to where I am right now. About, says that's approximately 38 feet of pipe, which is just about what they put in. And it is. I am standing about 4 foot, maybe 5 feet from the first clean out, the upstream clean out. It was put in by, I believe that was put in by Roto-Rooter. We are about (8'3" here. So again, if I had to guess, when they put the pipe in, it may not have been bedded correctly. I mean, either way, it could have sunk. It is 8 foot down, so there's a lot of, they put a lot of dirt on these when they finish. 8 foot of dirt, and then they let it settle. But I'm just pulled out right into the vertical, so I am now out of the pipe. I did pull back quite a bit of toilet paper and stuff that was in that belly, but yeah, I'd say roughly that's about a 2-inch belly in there, and it's about 35 foot long. So it's it is at least 2 inches. I can't really tell. That's as high as my camera will go on that standoff. So I'm going to put the clean out cap back on and discuss this with the homeowner. But that is the end of the inspection at 7328 Ticonderoga Ct.